Welcome to the Varsity Kansas Big Show. I'm Taylor Eldridge. I'm joined this week by Hesston coach Clint Rider. Coach, thanks for coming down. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's good to be here and honored to be able to come and talk to you.
It's a good, big time of year. State semifinals, Hesston on an 8-game winning streak. Tell me a little bit about just how exciting it is in town right now. First semifinals since 2003 for Hesston. So how big of a deal is it right now?
Well, it's a huge deal. It's a game we haven't been in 13 years. So for our community, it's something that we're not necessarily used to. We've had a lot of good winning seasons and we've been to the playoffs a lot, but to have a run like this has been something different for our team and our community. So we're just really excited about that and looking forward to the opportunity to play Hoisington on Friday.
Yeah, this is a run that maybe not a lot of outsiders saw coming. Hesston started the season 1-3, all 3 losses by single digits, all 3 to playoff teams. Wasn't like you guys were losing to bad teams, but after a 1-3 start, Hesston is used to winning. So how difficult was that start in the first month of the season?
Well, I think you and I talked. Our seniors have not gone through anything like that before. They've never been 1-3, and it's not something we've experienced in recent years. So to be put in that position challenged our team, and it challenged our leadership. It challenged us as coaches, and we didn't feel like we were too far off. We felt like we were really close. We played a good Garden Plain team, a good Halstead team, a good Nickerson team, and have been close in all 3 of those games. So we knew that was a possibility to be put in a tough situation. We probably didn't think we'd be 1-3, but we felt like we were close. That was a really tough situation to be in, but we're just elated with how our guys responded at that point. We talked about how none of our guys pointed fingers at each other. Nobody panicked. There was no panic button. And we had great leadership throughout the next few weeks. And I think we just built some confidence with a couple of wins over playoff teams, weeks 4 and 5. And, we've just been rolling since. We were able to get a good win up at Saline. And since we went up to Phillipsburg, that was a really, really tough game. But, we've kind of felt like we've exercised some of those demons we had early on in the year.
Yeah, and you can check out that story on varsitykansas.com right now. And some of those kids, they told me that they felt like they were a better team because they went through that adversity and going through all that. They felt like they had experience in close games, and now in the playoffs, they feel like that's almost an advantage now just because they did go through that. Do you feel like it did kind of benefit you guys a little bit?
Yeah, we've talked about how, things are strengthened through adversity. Nothing great is accomplished without great adversity. And we've talked about how iron sharpens iron, and you don't want to go to battle with the warrior that's doesn't have any scars on him or anything like that. So we know that those experiences have made us stronger and made us closer as a team. We've had to really rely on each other, and all 22 guys, offensively and defensively, to put us in good situations. And I think when you challenge yourself like that, it just forces you to take a good, long, hard look at what you're doing, and it makes you practice harder. If you're 4-0. It's a little harder as a coaching staff to kind of get those coaching points across. So again, just our players stuck with it, and they battled, and they've gotten better little by little, and they've improved, and their maturity is starting to show through. Yeah,
and you want to be playing your best football at this time of year. It seems like that's obviously the case for you guys. So tell me a little bit about this team. Who are some kids that have really started to play well for you guys?
Well, I think you have to start with our seniors. Zach Esau at quarterback, Zach Vogt, Tanner Bachman at receiver, and then up front on the offensive line, Jake Wingfield's provided really good leadership for us. And on the defensive side of the ball, we have 6 or 7 seniors that start for us with Jake Wingfield, Davey Merchant, Zach Anderson, Alex Hostetler, Trevor Kane, Zach Vogt, and Zach Esau, and then along with Tanner Bachman at corner. So we have a lot of experience, and I think our seniors have been the ones to provide that leadership. Parker Ross, the running back that's got over 1,000 yards as a sophomore. Cameron Cox has over 700 yards receiving. And we've got 4 receivers with over 300 yards receiving. So we feel like we're really balanced in what we do. And so we feel like that if you look at our team, there's not going to be somebody that picks out and says we have to stop this one guy because we don't have a lot of great players, but we have a lot of really, really good players who play with great effort. And I think that's probably what we've had to rely on and what kind of has helped us be a hard team to stop coming this time of year.
Challenge on Friday, Hoisington undefeated. I had them ranked #1 in my final season poll. What's the challenge there? How tough is that ground game going to be to stop?
Well, they're the number 1 ranked team for a reason. They've beaten so many good teams between Pratt and Nickerson and Collegiate. That team is tough. They're tough as nails. They're going to be ready to play. They're a downhill running team, and they don't make a lot of mistakes. And I think that's why they're in the position that they're in, and that's why they've been able to beat those good teams. And they're another team that has a lot of seniors that have been to this, to the round before this, 2 times and have come up just short. So that's their first time here. But we know that they feel like this is kind of their year. They're going to be playing for that state title. They've been talking about it, and so we know there's going to be a hungry team that come into Hesston, and a team that's very talented, and a team that's well balanced. So we're going to have to play a really good game, but we're in this spot for a reason too, and we're excited for the opportunity.
All right, we'll be out there covering it live with VarsityKansas.com. Be sure to check that on Friday night. Coach, thanks for coming down.
Hey, thanks, Taylor. Appreciate it.